All right. I am here. I know y'all were expecting this, but I am here. And tonight we will be going through whatever happened today, but I gotta bring my bro in. I gotta bring my bro in. Hold up. What's up, man?
What's going on?
I'm here. A lot of things been happening for the past day. It's been day one.
Mm-hmm.
So you know exactly what's going on. So I just, gotta come here and
Yeah.
give the people some take as to what's happening, man.
Hold on. I got a front camera. There we go. There we go. I don't know
All
why.
right. You good?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm
All
good.
right. I had to give you a call.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I had to give you a call because this is what we like to call that time of the year. It's that season.
Oh
So
yeah.
what's up, man?
Not much, man. I mean, hey, I'm here to talk track and field. I'm here to talk about what I saw, and I got
Oh,
I got questions.
well, as you have questions, I always have answers. You know that already.
Mm-hmm.
So
I already
so
know. I got questions.
yeah. So it's been the first day, you know, of of of
Mm-hmm.
of of, the big event, and before we even get further into it, what have what have you seen so far that makes you go, man, this is going to be something?
Um,
By the way, I'm also watching live right now, so if you see me,
you
my
you
head
you watching
turning,
the marathon?
yeah.
Okay, so am I. so so let's start with the men. Because obviously we're going to talk about the 100. That was the premier event that went off.
Yeah, that has a whole segment for itself. So
Okay, what I've seen so far is Taboho making everything look way too easy.
hmm
Um, Kishane looking like the decision for him not to compete after the last Diamond League meet he ran in was smart.
right.
Noah looking like him competing was even more intelligent. Um, I'm concerned with Oblique, and I swear to God, if this kid don't medal, I would never pick him again.
I have some information for you, by the way, but I'm gonna share it later in a bit.
Yeah, and I know you do. You are my go to. Um, as for the women, um, Melissa looking like MJ,
hmm
Juju
Looking
looking really good. Like it was a difference in between their runs. If you follow patterns, you would
mm,
know there was a difference in between that run. That run looked way too powerful, but it looked in control. Um, I love Tina Clayton. I love
hmm
her. I love her. Um, Shakari's gonna probably break 11 seconds, but she won't medal.
right.
The enigma is Sharika Jackson.
hmm
Other than that, that's what I saw today.
All right. So just I'm gonna go through this just for a second. So a lot of people may not know what's going on, so I'm just gonna give them a second to hear what's gonna be happening because I know some people heard I say I was watching the um the worlds and they thought something really was active.
Mm-hmm.
But right now tonight, obviously we are having the marathon, and we also had the heats of the men's 1500. Those are over now.
Yeah.
The women's hammer throw group A, well, both groups, and in about uh, 45 minutes time, we should be having the heats of the women 100 meter. to hurdles. Uh,
Mm.
then at 4:35 my time, which is probably like 2:35 your time, so I know you ain't getting no sleep. You have the men's 400, you have the men's 400 meters, followed by
Mm-hmm.
men's high jump, women's discus final. Jamaica have a representative there. I mean, that for me is a big win, so that's fine.
Right.
Then you have the women 400-meter heats. Then you have the 100-meter semifinals at 6:20 my time, which would be like 4:20 your time.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Women's long jump final, men's 100-meter semifinals, which I'm gonna go through the start of this at some point here tonight. Then you have the women 1500, the men's 10,000 meters, and then obviously the big dance. For the first time, they're having both the men and women on the same day. So
Right. Right.
that is something to look forward to. So let's get to the meat of the matter. No bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
What
Yeah.
we saw today. So I made a post that I said Sharika looks like herself, right?
Okay.
And that's gonna be a problem.
In the 100 or 200.
For me, I mostly said the 200 because that's her event. That's her baby, right? And with the fact that there's nobody in the world right now who's going anywhere near 21.6 thereabout. If Sharika is Sharika, even at 70%, she's better than the field. That we know that. I mean,
70%. All right. So at 70%, what you think her time would be?
70% would probably be like 21.7,
That means she makes it a dogfight with Juju.
basically. But I think that because of her past, and obviously, I said it to somebody today, you don't lose 400 meters. That strength is in you for the big thing forever.
Mm.
Because of the fact that she's used to doubling at the major championships, this would be her third time going, trying to tie Alison Felix. I think she pulls it out over Juju. Because even though Juju has given us 21.7, we haven't seen 21.7 in your sixth race in 4 days.
Okay.
So for me, that's where I have an issue. So I'm saying if Sharika is Sharika,
Mm.
she upsets the apple cart.
Yeah.
And she shows all our predictions out the way.
Yeah.
Um, if
'Cause
she's our super,
I got her finishing second.
we'll see her after tomorrow. Because
Okay.
if she gives me 10-7 tomorrow,
She's
she's
winning the
winning.
200.
She's winning at 200.
Yeah. Yeah. She's gonna win the 200.
So that's my thing. So, and I think it also upsets the apple cart for the women's 100 because all being said, Sharika has run 10-7 in every championship 100-meter final she's been in. And it moved from 10.77, 10.74, 10.73, 10.75, 10.73. So she tends to drop 10.7 in the final. Kind of like somebody we know who's retiring this year. So if she gets, I said it before and I'll say it again. If Sharika forces Melissa, and I'm not even talking about Juju, if Sharika forces Melissa to run her race, Sharika is beating Melissa. Kind of like
But
what we see from Noah last year.
here's the issue. Sharika, this version of MJ, Sharika cannot execute the first 30 the way MJ does. And that's the problem because let's go back to Prefontaine. I think it's clear to say if we had to do the eye test,
Right.
if we did the eye test and we looked at who we would assume is the best starter, we will all say Juju
By a mile.
by a mile. Melissa jumped out on her. Juju tried to make a move, and Melissa kept her foot and kind of had a I don't want to say had a quarter of a step on her, and Juju couldn't reel her in. Juju couldn't step past her. So the thing that's putting Melissa in such a great space is that she's executing the first 30 better than anybody else right now. Now, I did see something today.
Mm-hmm.
You know how Juju like to step to the side?
Yeah.
It was very minimal today in the prelim.
Mm-hmm.
However, you and I both know doing something in the prelim is completely different than doing something in the final.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So as long as Coach Flo fixed that error, it's gonna be one hell of a race. Now, me personally, the best starter, not named Shelly Ann the Queen, out of Jamaica. You see that little twin?
Yep.
You see that little twin? I don't I don't see I don't see 4 women beating her.
That is,
I,
I don't see
I
3 women beating her.
right. So I got her. I got her medaling.
Mm-hmm.
I got her on the medal stand. You know, but I don't. I don't see the way Tina. The way Tina beat Sharika at trials.
Yeah.
That's still burned in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Now you know more than I do with this. Frano coached both of them, or is it the one Frano and the other Frano?
So
First leg.
technically, per se,
Mm-hmm.
truth be told, Sharika is supposed to be coached by Paul because Puma,
Okay.
and Teen, the twins, should be coached by Frano, Nike, right? But we know that Steven coaches both of them, right?
Oh,
I, I
okay.
hope I hope they don't fight me here because I know I'll get a message from Paul. But we know that Steven sets their plans.
Okay.
And here's the thing for me with the Sharika thing. They train together.
Mm.
And word coming from the camp, Sharika has been whooping Tina and Tia's ass. So that
Oh,
says something for me because I think Tina has already given us 1081. She's the third fastest woman this year.
yeah.
Tina, for me, is somewhere around 10.7. I think at this point, her sister is better than her. And I'm saying this.
Tia. Now, which
Yeah.
one was better out of high school? Was it Tia or no? Tina was the better one out of
Tina
high
was
school.
the double world junior champion.
Okay, she was the one.
So,
Okay.
but at this point, I think Tia is the better one because Tia has also been beating Tina. That's why they tried so hard to get Tia into the team.
Okay.
So, Tia, for me, is getting in that mid 10.7s. So, to I hear
Right.
Tina. And Sharika has been beating them.
Mm.
What I saw today from Sharika said something to me. She got out in front of everyone, including Savoda,
Mm.
who we know is the ultimate starter right about now.
Yeah.
She got out in front of her. By 15, she was in front.
Mm.
Now, that says something for me from the point of we saw Sharika shut down by the time she got to about 45, 50.
Okay.
This is telling me Sharika can give me a 10.7 right now. If Sharika starts like how she starts in the finals, because she's going to make
Mm.
finals,
Mm.
and especially if she's beside a Melissa, that can throw off a lot of people because we're not expecting Sharika to give us that reaction time and coming out to the blocks. If
Right.
she does that, and that's my thing. I've said it all year. And you were here the last time I said it. We've seen Melissa get tested once,
Right.
and that was at Prefontaine. A lot has happened since Prefontaine from everyone.
Mm.
Now, if we have yet to see what Melissa does under pressure because unfortunately, we've been hyping up the Dennis Mitchell camp. Right now, Dennis Mitchell probably might have only one woman in that final. Two at best.
Yeah. Yeah.
Two at best.
Yeah.
I know Kayla ain't going anywhere.
And the crazy
She ain't.
part, all four of the women that's representing the United States is in this camp.
Exactly, it's from his camp. So now we know Melissa is going to make the final. Sha'Carri for me is giving me, she's doing what a champion does. Right? My
Yeah.
problem with it though, even though she ran her season's best at 11.03 this year, yesterday or this morning, whatever, she had to work too hard for it.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, because we obviously know that Sha'Carri isn't the best starter, so we get that. But
Right.
the fact that at 50, 60, 70, she hadn't pulled away
Yeah.
has me worried. And if you go by the heat that she's drawn in, and I'm gonna go for that, the heat that she's drawn in. Let me give me a second. Let me check that out. Because these heats are stacked, and I'm gonna go through them shortly when we get to this. So the women's heats, because we're talking about the women. So the women's semifinals are a little bit sticky. Why is this thing ain't loading? I posted them earlier today. So in semifinal 1, we have Kayla, Marie, Nita, Sha'Carri, Sharika. Somebody's
Ooh.
not.
Woo!
Yeah. So you got Kayla White, lane 3, Marie Jose Talu, lane 4, Daryl Nita, lane 5, Sha'Carri, lane 6, Sharika, lane 7. That's in the first semifinal. Some
Somebody ain't shit for that one, boy. That that
no,
that's the heat of death right there.
yeah. So everybody probably has it that Sharika will come from that heat. Problem is, we don't know who's the next person that's going to qualify automatically, and this might be the fastest heat.
Nita, if I had to go over my head, I would say Talu, Nita, in no particular order. Talu, Nita, and Sharika. And I think one slip up, one
Right.
slip up by either Talu or Nita,
Hmm.
carries in.
Right. So you're basically saying Kayla ain't going nowhere.
No,
All right. So yeah, I agree with you. In the second heat, we got Zoe Hobbs, who's been running well this year, Juju, Shelly, Twanisha, TT, Amy Hunt, and Eva Swoboda.
Shelly and Juju's gonna make it out that round.
I'm
Shelly and
skeptical.
Juju,
I'm skeptical about the Shelly part because one thing we know about TT, she makes one mistake per championships. I think she made her first mistake. She made her mistake yesterday. So that's going to be a problem. Here's what I love. Shelly is sandwiched right between Juju and TT. I love that.
Shelly has won championships out of damn near almost every lane except for lane 1 and 8.
Exactly.
I ain't worried about
Exactly.
I ain't worried about Shelly. Shelly gonna be alright.
And her confidence speaks a lot because I think the thing that Shelly has over everybody is she scares everybody. Like,
Yeah.
you don't know what's going to happen, but you're in awe because it's Shelly. And that for me is a big deal. So the next heat, and I think this is probably the easiest of the heats. You
Mm.
got Dina in 4, Tina Clayton in 5, and Melissa Jefferson in 6. Going through the list, Lucan Camper is in that heat. Thelma Davis from Liberia is in that heat, who's actually American, by the way. Dina Asher Smith, Tina Clayton, Melissa Jefferson, Doso, who ran a hell of a race this morning, Tori Lewis from Australia, and the Duke, the girl we thought would have done more than she's done from Canada. I don't see any problem for those two. I think this is the easiest semi of all.
Yeah. Yeah.
My thing,
Somebody,
my thing is Tina, and MJ are right beside each other.
right.
I believe this is going to be a race for the starter.
Melissa's gonna control that race.
I think
Ability.
Melissa is going to control 60 to about 90. That's where she's going to start to take over. I don't see her beating Tina in that first 50.
You don't see a being no, I'm gonna be honest with you. I see Melissa running 10-7 and with no viable threat. When I say no viable threat, I'm talking about somebody that's gonna run up alongside her and like make her run.
Right.
Like what I've always said, and I've said this all year, there is a difference in Melissa's first 30 that nobody realized until I had mentioned it on Race Take. I said, look at that girl's first 20 to 30 meters. There was something different. I said, go back and go watch the Olympic finals and
Mm-hmm.
just go watch the Olympic finals, watch the US trials, and watch everything else that she's done for this year. And I said, you see a stark difference. And then
Right.
came back and was like, yo, dude, you might be right. I said, yeah, I'm right. I know what I'm saying. Baby,
Yep.
I ran fast 60s, I ran decent hundreds. I know when I was on point, that start was lethal.
Yep.
Okay. When everything clicking on all cylinders, baby, my start was lethal. So just watching her and watch how easy it is. My question now is what's gonna happen between Juju and MJ
Mhm.
if they're 75 meters in? Who gonna break first?
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm telling you, listen. As much as a dream of ours that we want to see the Queen go out on her shield with the title,
I
I we know it's
I
not. Man.
yeah. I don't. I actually have her finishing sixth. Um.
You got to finish the sixth.
Yeah. I have Melissa, Juju,
Uh
Tina,
huh. Mm-hmm.
Tina, Sharika, And honestly, I have Shakari finishing ahead of her.
Really?
Yeah. Here's why. Shelly might have won it. She probably has one in the barrel left.
Dina not getting last. If Dina make the final, Dina ain't getting last.
Well, that is true. But I know Shelly has one left in the chamber, right? She got one race in the chamber. My problem is she might have to use that in the semis.
Mmm. 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 Mmm.
That's my problem.
I see where you're going with that.
She's because Shelly isn't not going to make the finals. Like she ain't
Right.
doing that. That's not happening. But the fact is, she has. I think she just has one left in the chamber,
Right.
and that for me is where is that she's gonna have to use it. I mean, when you look at her semi, like her semi is stacked, right? You got
Mm-hmm.
Alfred. Alfred is gonna get out. She's gonna control that race. But you got TT, who's gonna give you something. You
Right.
got Amy Hunt, who's gonna give you something. Probably is gonna PB. And obviously you got Saboda, who is gonna come out.
Amy Amy Hunt's better event's gonna be the 200. I
Right.
think her being the 100. Cause what did she run so far this year? Did she break 11 seconds this year?
Nope, 11:02,
11:02, but she's ran 22 what?
22 low. It's like 20, 22 low this year.
Mm.
Yeah, so let me just check this first. This year she has run. Let me see. This year she has run 22.14.
Oh.
22 low, yeah.
Oh yeah.
She's run 22 low. So
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
so that's a problem. So I know her better event is the 200, but she's gonna make some noise, especially if in the heat before Daryl doesn't make it,
Mm.
which is a big possibility because obviously with Sharika and Shakiri and Talu in the same heat, and I'm no Kayla's gonna give us something. She's not gonna go like that. She probably won't make it, but she's not gonna go like that. That's the truth, right?
Okay.
So
Mm.
that is it for me with that. Before we go, by the way, you heard that Megan Tapper is out of the worlds, right?
No, what happened?
She picked up an injury in training, and that's it. And they didn't bring in the alternate, which would have been, I think, Karika Hill, which I think is the junior champion, world junior champion. They didn't bring her in time, so like the 400-meter hurdles with obviously Rochelle going out. Um, we didn't have Sanique Walker was supposed to come in, didn't do the test, or whatever visa issues. She's not there. Big up Sanique, by the way, my former student. Same thing with Karika. So in the 400 and 100-meter hurdles, we will be having two representatives. That's J Tree's.
Only two. I thought it was three because
Well,
Danielle
three.
was
Sorry, three.
okay.
I think it was Amoy that was supposed to run as the alternate, or Karika. So we only have three there instead of the four.
Okay.
So I'm just saying that I'm looking at this 100, and I'm touching the women before I even go to the men because that is going to be a conversation to have. So the women's 100-meter hurdles, first heat, Masai should take that. So you got Denisha Cartwright,
Mm.
Forrester from by the way, that's my last name. Slovakia, that is, I think. Masai is running in Heat 1. Kozak is running there as well. South African, Foyer, Lavin, and Wu from China. That should be easy for Masai. Easy. Daniel and Lele is in the same heat.
Okay.
So Alessandrini from France, I think she's run 1270 this year. Daniel and Alicia is in the same heat. Here's my issue with that. Daniel is number 10 ranked in the world, and Lele is number 12 ranked. How the hell did they end up in the same heat?
Good question. I don't know. First off, I don't even know the system, the assignment system for preliminary runs. I don't know how they do because every
So
year it gets
yeah,
changed and it's like I don't keep up with it no more.
I mean, we saw what was it? We saw 2 years ago, Sharika and Shakira was in the same opening heat. And this is 2 years ago
Yeah.
when Sharika would have run 10-6.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Heat 3, they haven't taken Megan's name off the list, but she's still there. But I know she's not going to be running. Visa obviously should take that one. Roble of Cuba is also there, who is also trained by the great man himself. There.
Mm.
Akira Nugent goes in Heat 4. Should be easy because there's really nobody else of any worth there. Grace, who I'm looking forward to seeing what she does, her and Alicia, goes in the Heat 5. I didn't even know that Grace was the number one ranked hurdler in the world.
Yeah.
That one's shocking to me.
Well, here's the deal. I still don't know how the rankings work.
Because
Because
you know that what's his name? Italian American dude, Jacobs.
yeah,
He's
most
Oceans. He's ranked number 8 in the world.
how he
Exactly.
his first race his only race he ran this year he ran 10:30.
Yeah, he's ranked number 8 in the world. He was ranked number 8
He
going
just
into the
ran
world.
10. He just ran 10:20 in the 100.
Don't ask me. That's the World Athletics for you. So yeah, that should cover everything for tonight. Obviously, I'm gonna be up for a while, and I gotta get up at 4. I'm gonna start with the men's with this event, the men's 400 meters.
Mm.
Um, Jaheim Richards and Charles Dobson are in the same heat. Both
What?
have both have run 44-140 this year.
Oh my God! They
But
gotta do a better job of separating the top 8 guys.
by the
The,
way, in that heat with Jaheim, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the 8 athletes have broken 45 seconds this year.
well, times have changed, so that's expected.
Yeah, so 6 of them would
How,
be
which Botswanians are in that race?
in this heat there and any. In heat 2, you got Indori, who is running in heat 2 with Matthew Hudson Smith. Again, weird. 44-25, 44-101 heat. I don't know how that works.
Right.
Um, again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the 8. Oh, and Bavel McPherson from Jamaica is in that heat. 7 of the 8 athletes have broken 45 seconds this year.
Now, let me ask you this: the Watson kid, is he okay?
Let me just say this to you. You do know who is this coach, right?
No, I don't know who coaching some of these dudes. How
Glenn
about
Mills.
which
Glenn
one?
Mills. Glenn.
Okay, Glenn Mills. Okay,
His last race, he ran 44.89. In his last race before Worlds, he kept dropping his time every race.
okay,
Which, based on conversations I've had, obviously with the racers, Antonio is going to make the finals. We know that.
okay.
And anything happens in the finals, we'll wait and see.
Got you.
But
Oh,
he will make the finals. Don't be surprised if he breaks his PB in that semi. Word.
Fields what 44 what? Oh what?
He's 44. Oh, I think 08. Hold on, let me check because I think he goes in the next heat. No, that's Rashid.
How does he always make teams?
Oh, Antonio Watson is 44-13. Yeah.
Okay.
Rashid, he is. It is the most annoying person because his nickname in Jamaica is Big Boy, and it's a known fact that you do not mention Big Boy around me. It is a known you don't mention his name around me because let me use a Jamaican parlance. I don't know who this man Obiaman is, but he just happens to make the teams.
Right.
I don't know what kind of guzu, what kind of wash down, rub down. I don't know what this dude will have the shittiest season.
Mm-hmm.
Show up at the trials, run 44 or something, makes the team. Or
Mm.
worse, he will go to the trials and not make the team, but he's the only one with the qualifying standard. This
Mm.
nigga has some form of cheat code. Like, listen, it is the most annoying. Like I said, it is a known fact you don't call his name around me, right?
Mm.
Because of things like that. Like this nigga. Oh, by the way, I haven't seen the comments. Hi everybody, big up yourself. Alicia just said big boy, one big boy. I'm sorry. You guys have no idea. Everyone in the world knows how annoyed I am with Big Boy. Like this dude, I need to meet his therapist. I need to meet his mother. I need some of that luck. I need to meet this This nigga finds a way. Like
Hey, I ain't mean to trigger you, man. I ain't mean to trigger you.
I don't like. Listen, last year he makes the team, right?
Mm-hmm.
Only one of the
Mm-hmm.
qualifying standard. This year he makes the team. Two of our top guys are injured, or they haven't, or they messed up at the trial. The
Yeah.
year before, this dude finds a way. Like, bro, yo, I need to call Rasheen, my friend. I told you she has the other show as well. I thought I need to ask him who this man Obiaman is. Like, I need to know,
Go get to the bottom of it, man.
bro. This dude becoming off a catastrophic injury, like can't run anymore, and he makes the team.
Yo, that boy got that. He got that spirit in him, man. He got
Like,
something. Cause I
like
sure be wondering how he be making the damn team. Like,
I'm
bro,
going to I'm going to show my students a picture of Big Boy and be like, this is what it means to never give up. Right?
yeah, yeah. That boy don't
And
give up. That boy gives it all.
I mean, much respect to him. Like, I give him his respect, but this dude is just something else. Like, I got church in the morning. I ain't got time for this. Bro, I've been asking myself this question for like 6 years. How does this dude make the team? It's been a decade, and this dude missed one team in a decade only because he was injured.
Mm.
And this dude has won 3 national championships. 3.
Wow. I mean, who coached him?
Frano.
Oh, okay. Well, Frano got that power.
Obviously. He, listen, I don't know. So, Antonio Watson actually goes in the same heat as Brennan Norwood, by the way. That's heat 5. Again, this heat has my dude from South Africa, Nene, as well. Obviously, he's run 43.7 this year. That's a loaded heat. I'm sorry, guys, for those who are watching. At least Nicola, big up on herself. I'm sorry, y'all know me and that big boy rant. I'm sorry, forgive me. But that's a very good heat, and obviously Delano Kennedy of Jamaica, Kirani James, Epi of Botswana, all go in the same heat. Ogando of Dumrep, they all go in the same heat. So the 400 meters are stats. But here's my issue. This is the only event this year I cannot tell you who's going to win. I have no idea who's winning this one.
Who's in that heat?
Kirani, Delano, Kennedy, Alexander Ogando, Epi, and Nene. Is Nene?
I'm going
Epi,
with the
sorry.
I'm going with the home team. I'm going with the home team.
McCray is also in this heat.
Okay, yeah, I'm going with the home team.
So
the home team is Mr. James.
Yeah, this is probably going to be one of his last. I think he says he's trying to get to 2020, the next Olympics, 2023, whatever it will be, 2028, in Los Angeles. But we'll see what he has. I mean, he's given us 44 for this year so far. This is a very loaded semi heat. Sorry. So I have no idea what's going to happen. The women's 400 meter. This is another race. I don't know who's going to win. I have my top 3. Actually, have my top 4, but I can't tell you who's going to win. So heat 1 has Claver, Dejanay Oakley. I think she needs to go to sit down after what she did in the mixed 4x4 today. I'm sorry, that was an awful second leg. But you have Gail from Canada, Claver from Netherlands, Dejanay Oakley, the girl from Zimbabwe, and Whitaker from obviously the USA. So that's basically the startness of heat 1 for the women's 400.
People gotta remember, man. And and people gotta give Oakley a pass. She literally would be in the second week of her fall training in college right now. That young girl has gone through the rigors First, she was at Texas. Whatever
Mm-hmm.
the flow say, get out of here. She goes to Georgia. She's now a world beater. I love it. I love it. I love when people give up on kids and they go to another school and boom, they. I love it.
Yeah, that is true.
I love the egg in the face. This young woman, we are asking her and the kid from Tennessee and all these collegians, the ones who are not the outliers, to hold on to running. They have been running from between training and competing. They've been running for a year and a week straight,
Mm.
no rest, no real rest, where the body can regenerate and can come back and you can start your training. You can start your basic training again. Like I had the young girl, I had the young girl that made the Pan Am team. I told her before I left, you not training the first month of practice. You gonna go be a kid. Go. I thought all you gotta do is go to weights. Other than that, I don't want to see you at practice. Go chill
So
out. Don't want to see you. I don't want to see you because you need time. Because if you don't give her 4 weeks off, and then my other thing was you're not running in December. You'd be lucky if I even let you run in the first week, the first half of January. You know what I'm saying? I had
true.
the whole plan. I had the whole plan mapped out, and I said if I was gonna run you, you are gonna be on 4x4 duty the entire time. That's it. So we have to give the collegians a little more grace, which is why I'm so pissed off at Frano for wanting the championships to be so early in June, knowing that these college kids need the time to recover. And let's be clear. Let me go ahead and debunk the BS now. All this college coaches run you into the ground, this and the third. We don't run you to the ground. Because believe you me, a lot of coaches sit back and say, yo, may need to sit him down, may need to sit her down. You
Right.
know, but you also know what you signed up for. You also know what you signed up for. Collegiate athletics, it's about team. Now, am I gonna have somebody running the 2 and the 4 at the NCAA meet? No, the schedule don't permit. You're gonna either run one or the other.
Right.
Now, if you're a member of both my relays, okay, then you'll run on the 4x1. We're gonna pick one individual event if it's the 2 and the 4. We're gonna pick one of those, and then if I don't need you to run in the finals of the 4x4, especially we're not in team title contention, but let's say we're the fastest team in the country, yeah, I want the girls to know what it feels like to be a national champion. But if I know for a good and damn well we have no chance in hell, I'm gonna run the 3 other girls in the alternate. Y'all go out there, yeah. Look, we got to the finals, y'all go out there, y'all make All American, everybody makes All American, everybody happy. But that's me. But this whole thing with the collegiate system, no, people got to also remember a lot of these kids are sometimes they're just mentally done. Like they're just done. What happened to this kid who's supposed to be a star? Well, you know, some this is where I get frustrated with the coaches from not just America, but Jamaica and other places. Like you see the labels and you don't understand that you need to send your kids to a system that is going to translate perfectly with them. The transition be smooth. Okay,
Right.
you can't go to you can't be let's use San Diego. Well, we know
Right.
San Diego, they do a lot of base work. I mean, you're doing 300. Some of the sprinters may do a 500. Like you may be doing that, and then all of a sudden you go to a system where the furthest you run is maybe 150 meters in a session. That's not gonna work, man. All you do all day is you're doing nothing but speed, power, development, and there's no real base underneath you. And so sometimes you see kids get burnt out, i.e. a test for Latin. Um, um, there's a couple other young Jamaican athletes that I know that came to the
Right.
States and everyone was blaming the system. No, it's not the system. Some of these kids, man, by the time they get sophomores, man, they're done. They get the pressure from Jamaica or wherever they
Right.
from, and then it just kind of it rattles their mind and rattles their sense of confidence. So Dejanay Oakley, whatever she did today, we got to give her grace. You know, we got to give her some grace because
Here's my thing with that though. I was one of them that didn't want Oakley on the team. for that same reason. I think she should have just focused on her race because at the end of the day, once she did something bad, she was going to get the blame. Because the reality is that was an awful second leg. Like, bro, I ain't going to go around that. With all the understanding of what she's been through, and obviously she's been running for a year, it was an awful second leg. And my thing is, this is where I now blame the powers that be, and I also blame the athletes. Like Nikisha and Stacey should have run that mixed 4x4. Like I would have put them because they ain't running for a couple. They ain't running, right? I would have put them in the team for the fact that I believe that they wouldn't have had to work super hard. Just like how I believe that I would have put a Bovel Morrison or a Rashid McDonough in the team. The thing about it is with Jamaica is we still do not believe in the mixed 4x4. It's like it doesn't matter to us. So what you find out is while the US has a team that's good enough, even without their stars, they have a team that's good enough. But you tell me one star from the US over the past 4 or 5 championships that hasn't run the mixed 4x4.
Name one star.
Yeah.
That hasn't run. When
yeah, 1/400. One of the top 400-meter runners at some point within the last 5 championships would have run the mixed 4x4.
Sydney hasn't run.
Well, Sydney's just coming over to the 400 line. Yeah.
I mean, you know what? I gotta sit back and I gotta think. I gotta go back and think about who all made the U.S. teams.
Yeah, because even if they didn't make the team to run the 400 flat, they still ran the mixed 4x4. Like we've seen Addison Felix run it, we've seen Vernon Norwood run it, we've seen Deadmon run it, we've seen who has not run it. Irby Jackson obviously have run it. So we've seen so many of the athletes from the US run it because not only is the pool deep, they actually believe that like every year the US goes to the mixed 4x4 to break the world record. Like that's the thing. Like they're getting that. They're going for that $100,000, right? That's it. So, well, I think it's more now. Sorry, because it's increased the pot. But every year they're going for a world record in the mixed 4x4, and we saw it again today. It's a championship record, but they go for it. And I think Jamaica has yet to think of that event as something worth doing. Because here's my thing: I made a statement 2 years ago, and I said if I was Sharika, I would go for 5 gold medals at a championship before I retire. The 1, the 2, the 1, the 2, 4x1, 4x4, and the mixed 4x4.
Yeah, you already know she ain't doing all that.
I know that. But like I think it would be a challenge for her. Like she still is. Like people forget that Sharika is still a 49.4 400-meter runner. She is the most complete all-around sprinter in the history of the sport. Like 21.4, 10.6, 41.4, 49.4. Like that's how good she is. And she is the only woman to have a medal in all the sprints at the World Championships. So she has a 400-meter medal, she has a 200-meter medal, and she has 100-meter medals. And she actually has 2 of each, by the way. 2 100s, 2 200s, 2 400s. That's how good she is. She's the only woman in the history to do that. So that's why I said if I was her, I'd go for one day. I'd say I'm going for glory,
right?
Just for the fun of it. Like let's do it. So that would be something I would do. If I was her. I'm just saying. Sharika, I don't want you to hate me for that because everybody knows Sharika is my people. All right, so Sid goes in heat 3. With the Chilean young lady. Heat 2. Saudi Williams and Alia Butler goes in heat 2. Heat 4 has Nikisha Price and Mary John from Britain and the Norwegian athlete. That's not bad. Heat 4 has obviously my person who I'm going for to win. Sorry. Hear me?
Yeah.
So it has Stacey and Williams. Yeah. Hold on. You hearing me now?
Yeah, it still just got a little bit of distortion.
All right, I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. But yeah, so Nasir is who I have to win. I have Nasir to win the event. Stacey is also in that race. And in the final race, obviously, we know Paulina will be running in that one. But let me get to the meat of the matter. In Heat 1, semi-final 1, we got Oceans, Ajibi, Akeem Blake, Noel Simbini, Ajayi, Azu, and Afrifa. That's from the Netherlands. That's Heat 1.
Hold on, rip off the heat one more time.
Lamont, Marcel Jacobs,
He's done.
Ajibi from Canada,
Who? Oh, that
Ajibi from Canada.
Aji from Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ain't worried about him. He's done.
Akeem Blake, Noah Lyles.
He Hakeem stresses me out. But go ahead, I'm listening.
He does. I don't think he'll make the finals, by the way. I don't have him to make the finals. Noah Lyles,
He's
Akani
in.
Simbini,
Maybe.
maybe.
Depends on which guy decides to
Um,
show up.
what's his name? Ajayi from
For
Nigeria.
Auburn. Yeah, the Auburn.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
the
was saying
Auburn
he
kid.
went for Auburn.
Yeah, now
Azu
him.
from Great Britain,
I ain't
and
worried about it.
Afrifi from Netherlands.
All right, so
Heat
I can
2.
tell
Yeah,
you who's going to make that final. It's gonna be the Nigerian kid, and it's gonna be Noah Lyles.
I think the fastest loser comes out to that. I don't know why, but I just had the feeling that the fastest loser comes out to this because of a problem of this heat. Lane 1, we got Longa from Colombia. Sorry, lane 2, lane 3, Omanyala, which
Nope,
I never trust the championship, never.
never.
Kung Kung Fu, Track Spice goes in lane 4.
Yeah, he's in. He's in.
Kishane goes in lane 5. He's gonna run
He's in.
270 and then shut down. Zarnel goes in lane 6.
He's gonna
Jerome
make
Blake
it.
goes, Jerome Blake goes in lane 7. Jones from Bahamas in 8, and Boonson from Thailand in 9. I think he
I
was the one
think
that came.
I think Jerome Blake is
Yeah,
gonna come down with that final spot.
yeah,
I think it'll come down between Jerome Blake and Akeem and Jerome Blake
yeah.
and Akeem.
I have that too. I said the Blakes probably are going to fight
Yeah,
for that one. And
yeah.
in lane 3, obviously, I think the mess up from Oblique Seville was a blessing in disguise. Here's why: Glay from Great Britain in 2, the Grass in 3, Leo, what's his name? Leo T. Leela from South Africa, the one that ran that won that heat.
987.
Yeah,
Okay.
to Bogo,
Mm.
Samino, who we saw this year, at obviously the NCAAs, Okan from Nigeria, Oblique Seville, and Courtney Lindsay.
You already know who's making that final.
Yeah, I have Tibogo and Seville to get it. That's it for me. I don't think the fastest dudes are coming out of this. I think the dude from South Africa ran his fastest race earlier today, and that's probably going to be it.
Yeah, I think he busted. I think he busted his load already. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no,
Samino, I think NCAA is obviously going to catch up with him.
which one?
The dude from Ghana.
What's his name?
Samino, Abdul Rashid Samino, the dude that ran
Yeah,
that
yeah,
983
yeah.
race.
The guy from South Florida. I'm wondering if he's
Yeah,
going back to. I was wondering if he's gonna go back to South Florida because I know the coaching staff, many of the
yeah,
guys on the staff was friends of mine. You know what I'm saying? I try not to talk about it. You know what I mean? I ain't want to ask, but if I know them, they're gonna tell that man you better take that money and go. But if not, then they're just gonna do what they always do on that staff.
sure.
Create, develop, and shock the world yet again. That's what they do. That's what they do on that staff.
So, you tell me your eight. Let me see how close you have to mine.
My picks.
Your eight.
Oh, I went three, but let me. So for me, because I only went three, I
All
got
right.
Kashane. I got Kashane winning out of respect for 975.
Yeah.
I got Oblique Seville winning because of respect that he ran 986 in the rain in the torrential downpour.
Mm-hmm.
Only reason why I got Noah finishing third because Noah was hurt. If Noah didn't have an injury and he didn't lose that time from training, I'm picking Noah all day because Noah shows up at championships. but
Right.
it's something about his first 30 that is not sitting well with me. It look work. It only looks bad because of the foot issue that he was dealing with.
Right.
So um, that's the reason why I got Noah again third. I'm telling you right now, I would never, not in a million years, have Noah not on the podium. He's gonna be on the podium. Now, let me tell you something. Let's hypothetically say this. Let's speak on this. What
Yeah.
if, by some grace of God, Noah Lyles pull out this win? What kind of conversation are we now having about Noah Lyles?
I I have Noah as the third greatest track athlete of all time at this point.
Say again.
I have Noah Lyles as the third greatest sprinter at this point.
If he wins.
No, I have him already as the third greatest sprinter.
Oh, you got him already. Okay. Okay.
Championships mean a lot. Three consecutive world
Okay.
titles. The only other person to do something like that was Usain Bolt. Um, well, obviously we know Usain Bolt ran 2008 2016. He won all 200 meters. Um, he's given us a world title in the 100 and an Olympic title in the 100. What pushes Noah down that I probably might have him even 4 or 5 is the fact that he hasn't had the Olympic 200 meter title. But you're an Olympic 100-meter champion. That says a lot. The fact that he is consistent and consistently runs his peak, like all of Noah's fastest times have come in the finals. That holds weight to me.
Here's the deal. I don't have Noah in my top three. Not yet. Here's why. If we're talking straight 100,
Right.
we're talking US wise.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody struck fear in the heart more than anybody than Maurice Green.
True.
Maurice Green was the first double world champion, which is crazy to even think that he was the first one.
Yeah.
Like I thought, but Lewis never did it.
Mm.
Calvin Smith never did it. You know, he's the first one. He got 3 world titles. He had 2 world records. Um, he's the first ever world champion double. Wait, did they win the 4x1 that year too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That was
for,
John Drummond, Maurice. Yeah.
he was the first.
Right.
So with that being said, I can't put Noah over him because Noah has 1 world title, 1 Olympic title. Maurice Green got 3 world titles. Now I definitely can't put him over Carl Lewis because
Right.
Carl Lewis won world titles when the world championship was 4 years apart. You know what I'm saying? That's a level of consistency that no one respects. 83, 87, 91. You know how
Right.
hard it is to win them titles? And he won 2 Olympic gold medals? You know, for me, he's always going to be number one in the United States. Now, you can make an argument between him and Gatlin.
Mm-hmm.
Gatlin's going to be, he's going to suffer from the LeBron argument,
Yeah.
longevity. But longevity matters. You know, it matters. He won a what his how old was he
Hold
when he
up,
won the
hold
world
up. By the
title?
way, let me go through this and say this that the women's hurdles is being run right now.
Oh
We're at
yeah,
heat
yeah,
2. Yeah, so I know people are watching, so I have to keep
yeah,
them up to date. Because you know that how that goes.
yeah.
So the women's what is
Second
it?
heat.
Yeah. So
Now
Danielle
this
Williams
girl,
for the
that girl right there,
yeah,
that girl right there, boy, Lauren, Laurention.
Danielle. Yeah.
Then there goes Danielle. I need
Lady.
first off, Danielle ain't no short hurdler. She ain't no
Nope.
short person. And the fact that the girl next to her from the University of Michigan, from St.
Mm.
Lucia, is towering over her. And I've seen her before. I've
By the way,
spoken to her
guys,
before. Yeah, she's good, man.
Masai ran 12:53
50.
to win her.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's that. You know, we were having a serious conversation. So I'm just gonna let this race go off because they're basically there and see how this one turns out.
I just need Lele to actually perform at the championship.
She's not execution. Daniel is killing the field. Daniel is killing the
Oh,
field.
wait, you're way ahead of me.
12:41.
Okay,
Sorry.
you're way ahead of me because my
Yeah.
peacock. I don't know why I'm behind,
Yeah, y'all
but
are behind. But Daniel
I'm
12:40. Yeah, you saw it. You're seeing it, right?
I mean they're in the blocks right now,
Oh, you're gonna see what
literally.
happens.
Literally.
Yeah, you're gonna see what happens.
Shit.
Yep. Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Danielle might be getting ready for her third world championship title.
Listen. If Danielle wins, okay,
Yeah.
I want Danielle to retire. Okay, I want her to retire.
She
All
still
right.
needs the Olympic medal. That's her thing. She still needs that Olympic medal. By the way,
Wait, she doesn't have an Olympic medal?
no, the only Jamaican female to have an Olympic medal is Megan Tapper in the 100 meter hurdles.
Bridget,
Nope. Bridget got a world
really?
title.
Bridget
Bridget got a
Foster never
world.
won?
No,
She never got a medal at the Olympics?
nope. Um,
Wow.
Brittany Anderson also got her medal in the World Championship. So let's see. Delarine, Bridget, Danielle, um, Nugent, all of them won their medals at the Worlds.
Okay.
But that race by Danielle was. I'm just saying that was a race for me, and I big him up because he's a fan of this thing. Big up Coach Lennox Mills, by the way. Lennox, sorry, Lennox Graham. I should remember that name. That's my mom's last name. Big up Coach Lennox Graham. Daniel has had him from the before time when she went away. So big him up. Daniel, by the way, I think is 35 now.
Danielle's
So
35 now.
yeah, 35, 36 years old. So she's up
Really?
there. Yeah. So she ain't young anymore. So for me to do that, and that's my issue with Lele. Like, Lele is talented. We know that, but she's not consistent on the big meet, and I think that's what Masai has over her. Well, outside of the times, by the way.
Mm.
But yeah, that for me is an issue. Yeah, Danielle is 32 now. Wow.
Oh,
She's
32. Okay. I was like 35.
Yeah.
I'm like, ooh, I don't think she's that old.
Her sister is 35. My bad. But yeah, so that for me is, I mean, that's the thing about Danielle doing. When Danielle performs well in the season, she doesn't do well at the championships. But when she rounds her season in form to the championships, that's when she performs.
Mm.
So
Okay.
yeah, she's like that. But yeah, back to what you were saying with Noah. The reason why I have Noah as the third greatest sprinter of all time is consistency. Like, names sprinters who are as consistent as him in both events. It's hard for me to name four. I mean, Carl Lewis is there, Usain Bolt is there, Gatlin is there. I think what downs Gatlin is his 200 meters for me.
What do you mean?
Gatlin not winning. I mean, he won the world title obviously in 05, we know that. But he wasn't really a dominant force in 200s, right?
Yeah, I mean,
So that one.
he never really truly focused on the two. And here's the scary part about Gatlin: the 200 is better event. He's openly said that. A lot of people don't realize that Gatlin was a 110 hurdler.
Right.
Gatlin ran the 100 meter. Gatlin ran the 110 hurdles at an elite level in college. A lot of people don't know that.
I mean,
It just so happens that we all know where the money is. The money's in what? The 100 and 200. Now,
right.
could Get have been a little bit more dominating the 200? Yeah, but it's kind of like, okay, Tyson was a better 200 meter runner who found success in the 100. Remember, if you look at Tyson's 200 meter career, he didn't really
Yeah.
start being dominant force in the 100 till years after. So you got a couple. So you got to, I think when it comes down to sprinters, the man has an Olympic medal, the man has a world championship, the man got medals from the world championship. So yeah, does he have an Olympic gold medal in the 200? No, but I still got to rank him up there. What's his PR? 19.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1955.
Now,
I mean, yeah.
I kind of wish Johan didn't have that damn catastrophic injury.
I
Who
I,
to say that injury took him out, man.
I say this and I say this with no apologies. had Johan Blake not been injured, the conversation would have been who's greater, him or Usain Bolt. That would have been the conversation. And that for me is one of the biggest what ifs in track and field history. I see Megan's name there, but she's not running. Okay, because I saw her name on the list.
Now I got Visser getting second
Wow,
overall.
this up?
I hate going against Danielle, but I had to go for who been running under 12:30. Now, do I think Danielle's gonna do it? At some point, it's gonna happen. You don't run 12:31 at age 32, and you've been hurdling since I remember. Okay, since the first time I had my introduction to Danielle was 2012.
Mm-hmm. And
You
she
know what
was
I'm
20
saying?
years old then.
And this when we were in D2. You
Right.
know, and Coach Graham, who is the greatest coach I've ever met as a
He's an
human and as a man,
yeah, he's an amazing human being.
right? He's a better human being. What he did with those five girls and how they almost beat us for that national title outdoors was amazing. But he trains his girls to be able to do so many different things.
Right.
People may look at Coach Graham's training philosophy like, "Yo, this is crazy." Well, there's a reason why his athletes have such good longevity because
Mm-hmm.
he understands, and so did Coach Glenn. God rest his soul. Karani's my old boss and Karani's longtime coach post collegiate.
Right.
We understand that you got to be careful when it comes down to that damn central nervous system. And what did Bolt say? What did Coach Mills say to Bolt? People ain't getting faster. He's just getting slower.
So yeah.
Something like that. People got to understand that when you start tapping into the realms of 9.6 and 9.5, baby,
Mm-hmm.
the body's gonna come down.
Yeah. And I mean, when you look at, for example, I have to give Coach Lennox Graham his credit. He's I hope he's watching because he's a big fan of this. What he was able to do and has been able to do with his athletes, I think goes is underappreciated.
Mm.
Um, I mean, when you look at someone like Daniel, I think the statement Daniel made 2 years ago, being that person who was in lane one essentially to beat the field and to do what she did, and she was training for that process. We saw the
Hmm.
same thing in 2015. You know what he's done as a coach. I give him kudos for because I think he's the most underrated coach in Jamaica next to Fitz Coleman. I think those two hurdles coach are two of the most underrated coaches in Jamaica. And big up
Hmm.
to Fitz. Fitz was my high school coach. So I give him credit and I give him credit for everything that he's done. And honestly, it's hard for me to see. Here's my problem with Masai, and I'm gonna say this because the hurdles are going on. If Masai gets it right, she can't be beaten. But the part of that sentence that makes sense the most is if. Like Masai beats herself. But
Oh,
yeah,
but, but
she
but but since she's been on this level, she really hasn't beaten herself.
true. But when you look at the races that she has lost, it is because she was all over the place. And that lead me to think something that I realized. I don't think Masai likes be coming from behind. That I'd be
So,
looking at
so
Masai.
she's only had to do it one time.
Yeah.
She did at the U.S. Olympic trials, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
And that's my thing. If her race doesn't go how she wants it, she has a problem. And every loss that you've seen, which hasn't been a lot of losses, by the way, hasn't been. Every loss that you saw, it was she never focused in that race. She never had that race together. And that for me, and this is why someone like Megan Tapper not being there for me is a big deal because the last time Masai lost was to Megan Tapper.
Megan wasn't gonna beat her at this beat. I'm just gonna keep it 100 with you, man.
No, it
Meg,
wasn't the beating, it was the getting out.
right. Megan's issue is the thing that we all think is adorable about her.
Mm-hmm.
Besides Russell is about 5'8", 5'9".
Mm-hmm.
Megan Tap is the size of a pocket rocket.
She's actually smaller than a pocket rocket.
So this is one of the events where, okay, yeah, she can hurdle clean, but when you're going against somebody that can step over the hurdle, you got to actually hurdle.
Right.
There's a reason why. There's a reason why people. A lot of people didn't pick Grace Stark to beat Messiah Russell because Grace Stark, as fast as she is, gotta remember you can trade speed, but remember you can't trade height.
Right.
You know, and it sucks, man. But I really want, I really want everyone to run a clean race and nobody hit her, nobody go down. Karen Nugent is the one who scares me. I mean, that'll be honest.
Yeah. I was about to mention her.
Karen Nugent is the one who scares me. My concern with Karen Nugent is, girl, you know you've owned this girl all through college.
Hmm.
All of a sudden, you get to these championship races, you're disqualified every damn time you run. Like that's crazy.
That's my problem with Akira. Like, Akira has the ability, and I think when Brittany Anderson comes back, she's the other one where they can dominate anybody, any day, anytime.
Mm-hmm.
What we saw from Brittany before she obviously got injured and now having a baby, by the way, Brittany
Where's the
is
baby?
fighting Brittany Anderson.
Okay.
You understand? Um, Remember, Brittany Anderson won the silver medal in Eugene.
Yeah.
Brittany again, another former student of mine. Brittany is 5'9", 5'8", thereabout. She's a big girl. Akira is around, and Akira will be running now, by the way. Akira is around 5'6", thereabout, 5'5", 5'6".
Really?
Yeah,
I thought the kid looked taller than that.
no, she's around 5'5", 5'6".
Okay.
And the truth of the matter is, we all know this: 5'5" for female sprinters is tall. I was shocked when I found out that Carmelita was 5'6". Like, I was like, what?
Carmelita?
Yeah,
Yeah,
or
Carmelita
5'5".
short. You think that they're big? You think they're about 5'8", 5'9"? No,
Yeah,
them like tiny, like 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 Shakiri is deceptively small.
yeah.
Melissa Jefferson has a long torso.
Hmm.
Like I'm sorry, let me phrase that. She has a short torso, but she's all legs.
Yeah.
Like literally all legs. Um, I am I'm really curious to see how this. Speaking of, not Akira Nugent, what happened to
Which one?
Janique?
Janique? That's a story I'm gonna have to talk to you about privately.
Oh, okay, all right.
Because she was training up to last year. But Janique doesn't love track. And that's the thing. And we all know all the stuff about her that, if we go back
Yeah,
a few years,
yeah.
yeah,
That's all. That's all you gotta say. We could talk. We could talk
yeah,
afterward.
yeah, you
Uh,
don't bring that to Jamaicans. I'm sorry.
yeah,
You
yeah,
don't bring that out here. You
yeah.
know, that's a very poor start by Akira by her standards, but she's taken over the race. Yeah, she got this one in the bag. And I don't think it's a poor start. I think it was, oh, this girl is killing it. 12:55. I don't think it was a poor start. I don't think that the girl beside her got up really quick as well. 12:54, not bad for first round, shutting it down. Um, but yeah, Janik's situation was funny because I had a conversation about it about 3 weeks ago.
Mm,
But again, we'll talk about that off air. But yeah, so I'm gonna ask about one more thing because we gotta go and I've been on the road for money. I gotta get some food.
mm,
Um, this 4x1 setup. I messaged you privately, and
yeah.
I told you something. I think it was Wednesday, which obviously has now been public information that Brian Neville will not be running 4x1s.
Right.
Let me just read a statement, or let me just read something that somebody posted, which was the same information I got. And it says Lavelle had terrible issues, which is issues of disrespectful nature, with the relay coaching staff while at World Relays. And because of that, he vowed to never run for Jamaica again, which is the 4x1s. The issues were not resolved nor addressed amicably, and asking him to just turn up to the relay camp and work with the same people would be foolish. The JTA president is well aware of the issues, and at the end of the JTA, he should have been the big man about it, but instead, he did not do so. right?
Mm,
So
mm.
it again J3's issues. So because of that, Brian Lavelle will not be running, and that's why I told you that if they were going to run Lavelle, he would anchor. If he was going to run, he would anchor. He was not going to run because he hasn't been with them most. Um, so it kind of goes back to what the order of the 4x1 will be. It will be Akeem to Kishane to Raheem Ford to sorry, it will be Akeem to Oblique to Raheem Ford to Kishane. I think I in my mind I would have put Christopher Taylor on that team. I know you're looking at me like, what the hell? Here's my thing with Chris Taylor.
I'm listening. You got my attention. I'm listening.
Here's my thing with Chris Taylor. And remember, he ran with a team that never qualified in Bahamas, I think. But he ran a hell of a backstretch.
Okay.
Here's my thing with Chris Taylor. Chris Taylor knows relays. That's his thing. Remember, he still has a high school record with with the Calabar team. This is a dude who has run 10-0 this year and has broken his PB after coming back from suspension. I think, again, with a 44, with a guy who's run 44, what is it, 3, I think he adds value to that backstretch. But I'm not the selectors, but he's on the 200-meter team. But I think he will be somebody that will be running on that relay team in the near future.
I
Because
mean,
what he,
I could see it like him running third because
right,
he's relay intelligent.
right,
Um, here's my concern though. If you're trying to win
yeah,
and you know the firepower that's coming in from the United States, and you know the baton excellence that Great Britain and Japan
mm-hmm,
shows,
mm-hmm. And South Africa.
why would anyone not sit down and fix it with Lavelle? Why wouldn't nobody sit down and fix it with him? Because
Um,
regardless of what people may say, that's 982 and 1969 sitting on the bench.
yeah,
I know
that is true.
the Raheem Ford kid. I don't know too much about him. Only thing I know is that every time I see him run, he's inconsistent. That's the only thing I know. You
Mm-hmm.
know, you know, and especially when you're going up against a Christian Coleman. Me
Yeah,
personally, if in a perfect world, I'm running Kishay not the hole.
that's what I said. I mean, had I, and this is where someone like Chris Taylor could come because I would front load that Jamaican team
Yeah, I will
because
front.
you go oblique, you go Kishin to oblique, like ain't nobody catching them. I'm sorry. Once that
You
exchange is good, ain't nobody catching them.
you go. Here's the crazy shit I would do. You go if I'm going for PRs and I'm going for relay intelligence. I'm going for strategy. Kishane, oblique, in a perfect world. Kishane, oblique, Lavelle, Akeem Blake. Make the lead so big, hey, it'll take Jesus and Moses to catch that boy.
I mean, and at the end of the day, the reality is he's still 988. Like, so that for me would be good. I probably would switch because I think Akeem is an excellent curve runner.
Mm.
Um, I think he's an excellent curve runner. He reminds me so much of Nestor Carter. That's my problem.
Nessa's a lofty.
By the
That's
way,
lofty
you know
status.
who's Akeem's coach, right?
Freighter.
Yeah,
I just took a wild guess. So Freighter has his own group.
yeah.
Is he a splinter group of Fredo's group or his own?
No, it's his own group, his own thing. So it was actually supposed to be two teams, but I think somebody split up. So it's Titans Club, by the way. He created it with one of his friends from MPP back in the day when he left. Because he's actually, by the way, this is going to be a good race. Great Start is going now. I still don't understand how Great Start is the number one ranked hurdler in the world. But anyway, that's one of it. But yeah, so Freighter created his own team. So I think Jamaica has like 6 elite clubs right now.
Got you.
But I then that's why I kind of trust Akeem in any of the middle parts of the race because he
Hmm.
has good relay intelligence as well. So that would be it for me. But I would front load. I honestly would front load, and I think this is where someone like Brian Lavelle would be useful because we could put him on curve, we could put him to anchor because he's 982, 19.6. Like that's speed, you know.
Yeah.
And so that for me, but so as it looks right now, it looks it's like it's going to be Raheem to Oblique to Akeem to Kishin.
Listen, Raheem better run his ass off because let me tell you something. I already know the US team.
Yeah, we all know that. I think.
I already know the US team. And let me tell you something. I don't care if that boy in 9-7 shape or 10-1 shape. Until someone prove me otherwise, Christian Coleman's the most dangerous leadoff lane. As long as Christian Coleman's on that track, there's
Yeah,
gonna be a problem.
it is, and we saw it in the Diamond League final. We saw what he could do. Like he got out with Akeem, and Akeem is one of the best starters, but he pulled away, and that for me is a big deal.
Yep.
So
Yep.
that's going to be that's something for me to look at. For the women, I like the idea that they're dwindling with, which is starting Sheriko.
Mm.
That was a bad response. I'm only by the way. I know you're watching it now. But they're thinking of the idea of starting with Sheriko Jackson.
Mm. Coach is gonna clean that up. Coach probably saw that. Coach is gonna clean that up.
Yeah.
Coach Holloway gonna clean that up with great stuff. Because I saw the mistake, and I know he saw it too.
Mm-hmm.
But she got way too close to the hurdle.
Yeah.
Way too close. Either a 7 or 8. One of them she got way too close, and she
Yeah.
can't go
Yeah.
back into it. So yeah,
Yeah.
man. I
So,
you know,
but yeah,
it,
before we go, because I gotta get up early in the morning. The
mm.
women's 4x1, the women's on both teams. After what I saw in the heats today, I don't think it's so clear cut for the US women.
Say that again.
After what I saw today in the heats, I don't think it's as clear cut for the US women as we thought it would be.
Who did I pick? I think I picked Great Britain for the upset. I think I
Mhm.
picked them. I think I picked Great Britain, U.S., Jamaica. Only reason why is because I don't know what Shelly's showing up. You know, it's one thing when it's 10-7, when it's 10-7, 10-6 Shelly. It's another
Yeah.
thing. It's another thing where, what leg do you run her? I would run Shelly first. Because when I did my research, it seemed like the twins always ran back to back, right?
Actually, they run back. They run the straights all the time. So they run second and fourth all the time. So Tina
Okay,
would run the back stretch and Tia would anchor.
right. Now, when I spoke to you and I spoke to a couple of people, I guess there was a reason why when they went to one of the Diamond League meets, Sharika was leading off.
Right.
Okay.
It has to do also with the chemistry. Remember, Sherika and the twins train together.
Okay. So here's my question.
Mm.
Can the twins run a bend?
Tia can. Tia is actually very good at it.
Do you think they put Shelly on anchor for the Swan song?
That's exactly why they're doing it.
Okay.
And that's exactly why they're putting Shelly on anchor. Because for me, I would if I do start Sherika, I'm running Shelly on third.
Now, which Sharika's going to show up on that leadoff? Is it going to be 2140 Sharika? Because
Well, let's see.
That's Sharika when she runs a curve.
Yep.
Yeah.
But we saw in her last 200 meters that first 50 of the curve was actually really good.
Okay.
So I think they've been dwindling with it for a while, and I think Sharika starting does more for the team because
Mm,
remember, in the years to come, you're gonna have the Alana Reeds, you're gonna have the Brianna Listons. These
yeah.
girls are used to running relays. Like they've run with the twins. Like Liston set the record in Jamaica with the twins. She's our third leg of the future. Everyone knows that,
Right.
right? So, and Alana Reed is an excellent starter. So,
Mm,
most people in the circles in Jamaica already have thought of the next 2 years by the next Olympics. It will be Alana to Tia to, sorry, Alana to Tina to Brianna to Tia. That's
right.
already the thought process, Remember,
Right.
all four of them are 20 years old,
Yeah.
20, 21. So they're looking for that for the future. So I think that transition of having Sharika start, knowing that Coach Frenno has been working on her start for the past 3-4 months, I don't have a problem putting her there. I would put Shelly to run the third leg because I do believe that Tina will run a hell of a backstretch. I don't see anybody catching Tina on that backstretch if she gets the baton in front. I don't see anybody catching her. I don't care how good Melissa is running. I'm sorry, she ain't catching Tina.
Listen. It's not even about what, because I already know what leg Melissa's running.
Right.
I already know the leg that she's running. But everything's gonna be predicated. Everything's gonna be predicated on one person and how one person performs. And that's gonna be Shikari. Shikari is gonna determine Shikari's performance is gonna determine the entire US relay.
Ooh.
It's gonna determine the entire, because look, she makes the final and she runs 10-9. You can't justify leaving her off the relay.
Right.
You can't justify it. She runs 11-0.
Mm-hmm.
Now you pull America's Star off the relay. Now that's also going to lead to other issues that the relay coach is going to run into, because Sears is a very comparable leadoff person.
Mm-hmm.
You run Sears, you run it, like, for me, until you seen what that girl's done, if you don't understand how good Mackenzie Long is on a damn relay,
Oh yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mackenzie Long, and then you figure out who you're gonna run on third, it could be the Kayla White. You know, for me, the most relay intelligent person on that entire relay pool is Jenna Prandini. And Prandini's
Oh.
out there.
Yep.
Prandini's in Japan right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's not always about the speed. Yes, the speed makes a big difference. But you gotta understand something. There's a reason why Great Britain can run 41-5, 41-4, and may have two girls that's legit and everybody else is still developing.
Mm-hmm.
Because nobody moves the baton like they do. And if they move the baton the right way, you could put any four young women that's out there out there for the relay pool and be successful. They want to anchor Melissa,
Yeah.
but my question now is, you already know Great Britain's going to be in the lead.
Mm-hmm.
Jamaica's going to be nipping at everybody's heels, unless one of the twins just have a suffer 2015 moment and just blow the back stretch wide open.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I keep saying that the Jamaican world record is soft because Asafa wasn't on the relay.
Yep.
Had Asafa not gotten hurt, that I say it like this: Asafa doesn't get hurt, Jamaica runs 36-4, and it's not even close. I went as
Because
far as say,
he would have taken over Michael Freighter's spot.
yeah, I would have went as far, and I would have said that they would have came dangerously close to damn near breaking 36 seconds,
Yep.
because too many of them was on fire that year.
Mm-hmm.
Too many of them was on fire, and the way Johan Blake ate Tyson ass for lunch,
Mm-hmm.
like ate him for lunch.
Like, yeah, like remember, Johan did something in 2012 that hasn't been done before for a loser. He ran 10-7 and 19-4 and lost both races. That's never happened before.
Bro, he ran 9-7 in 1944.
Mm-hmm.
It was a distant second.
Yeah, that is so. And remember, if you watch the race perfectly for the 200, he was there with Usain for like 160 meters.
Mm-hmm.
He was there with him. And
And
for me,
big man win big man.
yeah. And I think that's one of the things that you train together because and again, it comes back to what I said. I believe that had Johan not been injured, we would be having a serious debate as to who is the greatest sprinter of all time.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that.
Because I'm going to say this and I say it very clear. Both would not have won in 2016 had both Johan been injury free.
Really?
No. Remember in 2016, Bolt didn't even go to Jamaican trials because he was injured. He was 30 years old.
Okay.
Also, remember, his times had slowed down drastically. You
Yeah.
think a 26-year-old Johan Blake is going to run 981 in a finals?
You right.
And 19-7? Hell no.
You right.
I've said it before, and I say it proudly. Johan Blake's injury is the greatest thing to happen to you, Usain Bolt's legacy.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad when I say it, but it is true. People don't like when I say it, but it is true. Johan Blake's injury is the greatest thing to happen to Usain Bolt's legacy.
Mm-hmm.
So that for me is amazing. But anyway, it is now 1:45. I did say I was going to be here for like an hour and a half. You know,
Yeah.
I'm going to, so every day I'm going to be doing a piece of something. I'm going to be doing a piece of something with different. Your boy, Wolf was here the other day, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was here. Erin was here.
Yeah.
So Coach Rob was here. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, anytime you want to get us all there together, let me know.
Yeah, man, definitely. I'm planning to do that at some point in the week. You know, because I want to do. I'm trying to do a bigger one. So reason why we're so late today, obviously, I actually wasn't at home when I messaged you. I was in a rehearsal. So
Right.
but yeah, I'm gonna try to get one of those together. Probably at the end of the world. Probably at the end of the world. By the way, tell Angelo he needs to answer my message, all right?
Your joint got static. Still got static in it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was saying, tell Angelo he needs to answer my message.
Okay. I'll just make sure that happens, man. On IG? On IG?
I messaged him on Facebook first. I don't know. I didn't even know he checks IG. But yeah, and he knows my message because he saw my message.
Okay.
He usually answers. I'm not. But yeah. So I'm. So I'm definitely gonna help everybody and do what I can for the end of the world.
Okay.
Yeah. So thank you for tonight. I mean, a lot of people started watching. I have a lot of comments about people answer to. You know, and definitely I'll be having another link with you, and we're going through this again at the end of the world to see how many of your predictions you got right and how many you got wrong, so I can, I can laugh at you.
Hey, that's perfectly fine. Listen. All I know is, as long as I beat Ray, I'm good.
Yeah, no problem. All right, bro. Thanks.
All right,
I'm gonna have to give you that Janique story later. So what's up. All right, bro.
All right, for sure.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.